There is something far more terrifying than a woman screaming in a church. It is a woman who doesn't. After Father Urbain Grandier was arrested, the Ursuline convent became a stage. Possession was no longer whispered about. It was performed, measured, documented, and rewarded. Priests demanded visible proof of demonic influence. The crowd demanded spectacle, and the nuns learned quickly what was expected of them. All of them, except one. Her name was Sister Madeleine de la Croix. She was 23 years old, older than most novices, quiet, observant. She did not convulse. She did not scream obscenities. She did not accuse anyone, and that made her dangerous. During the public exorcisms, Madeleine knelt calmly while others writhed beside her. When holy water was thrown, she did not recoil. When Latin prayers were shouted inches from her face, her eyes remained steady. A priest once snapped at her, demanding to know which demon possessed her. She answered softly, "If demons are here, they are not in us." The room went silent. That sentence was never written into official records, but it sealed her fate. What the exorcisms really were. History books describe the Loudun exorcisms as chaotic scenes of hysteria and faith. Private journals describe something else entirely. The exorcisms were interrogations. Nuns were questioned for hours, isolated, deprived of sleep, forced to kneel on stone floors until their legs trembled. When answers didn't satisfy the priests, the prayers intensified, louder, closer, more aggressive. They were told, "Confess or the devil wins. Scream or God will abandon you. Say his name again." And always Grandier's name. Some nuns began repeating accusations they had never believed. Others broke under the pressure, inventing details just to make it stop. But Madeleine remained silent. One night, Madeleine was taken from her cell, not to the church, not to the crypt, but to a room beneath the convent, never mentioned in public records, a private chamber used only by senior clergy. There were no candles there, only oil lamps. The walls were thick stone, damp with age. Iron rings were embedded into the walls for restraint, according to a single surviving note. She was asked again if Father Grandier had visited her. She said no. She was asked if demons spoke to her. She said no. She was asked why the others screamed. She answered, "Because you taught them how." That sentence was crossed out in the priest's journal, hard, angry strokes of ink. On the night of October 14th, 1633, Loudun's church bells rang after midnight. This was forbidden. Bells were rung only for mass, emergencies, or death. No priest had ordered it. No nun admitted to it. The sound echoed through the sleeping town, slow, deliberate, mournful. When townspeople gathered outside the Ursuline convent at dawn, they noticed something strange. One window on the third floor stood open, Sister Madeleine's cell. She was gone. No struggle, no blood, no record of transfer. Her name vanished from the convent's registry within hours, and something else vanished with her. After Madeleine disappeared, the possessions changed. The nuns became more violent, more obscene. Their bodies contorted in ways that disturbed even the priests. Some spoke in voices that did not match their own age or accent. One nun began speaking fluent Latin, despite never being taught it. Another accurately described events happening miles away in the town. Fear replaced spectacle. The priests grew nervous, because now the nuns were no longer repeating accusations. They were revealing secrets. Secrets the church couldn't control. During one exorcism, a possessed nun suddenly cried out the name of a high-ranking church official,
accusing him of abusing novices years earlier. The crowd gasped. The exorcism ended immediately. That nun was removed from public view. She was never seen again. Another spoke of hidden letters, of forged confessions, of torture disguised as prayer. Each time, the priests tightened control. And each time, Sister Jeanne des Anges, the Mother Superior, screamed louder than all the others, redirecting attention back to demons and away from truth. She was praised for it, rewarded, protected. The question no one asked: if Father Grandier truly caused the possessions, why didn't they stop after his arrest, after his torture, after his execution? Why did they worsen? That question was never allowed to surface, but it haunted Loudun. A letter that survived. Decades later, a single letter surfaced in a private collection written by a visiting cleric who fled Loudun shortly after the exorcisms intensified. It read, "What I witnessed was not possession, it was containment. The girls were reacting to something already unleashed, something the church could not name without condemning itself." The letter ends abruptly. No signature, only a smear of ink or blood. Church officials believed they had silenced the problem, but in the convent's sealed basement, something had changed, because after Madeleine disappeared, some nuns began whispering a new name at night. Not Grandier, not a demon, but Madeleine, and they whispered it like a warning.